what's up, it's Heidi. Welcome back to my channel. I have not made a video like dedicated to my disability in a long time, and I thought I would come on here and make another one because I know that the majority of people do like those videos. Today's video is specifically going to be about adaptive equipment and stuff that you can use in your daily life to help with activities of daily living. So activities of daily living are just what it sounds like. Things that you do in your everyday life. Activities with daily living can be especially difficult if you do have a disability. So yeah, if you are new here and you don't know, I was born with a rare physical disability called Arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. It affects my muscles and my joints and like my I don't know what you would call it, my arms and my legs and my hands. And as you can imagine, it definitely does affect my daily life and the way I do things. So I'm gonna give you some examples of activities of daily living. So things like getting dressed every day, hygiene, feeding, so like eating and doing all that kind of stuff on your own, and just like anything that you do in your everyday life. So I broke it down and I made a list of things that can definitely help me in my everyday life and hopefully will help you guys. So the first little topic we are going to discuss is dressing. So getting dressed. Getting dressed was one of the biggest hurdles that I had when I first started trying to become independent. Now I'm able to get dressed 100% fully independently. Thank God. The first thing that helps me get dressed every single day independently is called a dressing stick. It is basically a stick that has hooks on each side of them. Dressing sticks have multiple uses. I mainly use it for things that I can't reach. If I have a shirt that I put on and I can't reach the back of my shirt to pull it down, I will use the loop on the dressing stick and pull it down that way. So yeah, this is the side that I use a lot. Another thing I use this for is, you know how like when you put your shirt on, your hair kind of gets stuck in your shirt? I can't really reach over to get that, so I'll literally use this to help me do that. If my hair is stuck in my shirt, I'll literally just use the dressing stick and like pull it out. Yeah, so this has like multiple good uses, so I definitely suggest getting a dressing stick. The next thing on this list is very important for me. I use it every single day when I wake up in the morning, and it is a sock aid. When I was in occupational therapy, I could not put socks on for the life of me. I tried many different sock aids and most of them were not working. But then finally one day my occupational therapist came up with an idea. She used like this heat thingy, like basically heat up the plastic and then be able to bend it however she needed. So she actually did adapt my sock aid even further for me. She made it wider so that my foot doesn't get stuck in it. So if you cannot find a sock aid that works for you, I would suggest trying to get one and try to kind of adapt it and make it so that you are able to use it. I know that's easier said than done, but I hope that makes sense and I hope that helps. Okay, the next thing on the list kind of goes with the sock aid, and it's called Dycem. When you look at it, you're gonna be like, what the heck is that and how does it help you? There is many different uses for this. In terms of getting dressed, I don't use this anymore just because I don't find it easy, but it might be easy for someone else, so I'm gonna still mention it. When I first started learning how to put my socks on and off, I would leave the Dycem flat on the floor and slide my foot against it, and that would take my sock off. Because what Dycem is like basically it's like a sticky, like grippy material. That's one way to use it, and I'll discuss other ways to use it later on in the video. It kind of sticks to it, so I'm not gonna do it, but for real, but you like slide your foot back and the sock just like comes off. Another thing that I use almost daily is a button hook. These are so helpful if you're wearing jeans. The button hook has a hook on one side for the zipper and then like a loop thingy for your button on the other side. It can be a little confusing to learn, especially on jeans. If you're first learning, I would suggest like practicing on like a button-up shirt, because the button-up shirts are much smaller buttons and you can learn easier that way. So when you're using it for jeans, I think they are mainly used for button-up shirts and stuff like that. The side that has like the loop for the jeans, I just stretched it out so that it fits a button on jeans, because the buttons on jeans are a little bit larger, so you're gonna have to like kind of like stretch the loop out, if that makes sense. The next thing is something that I used to use as a little kid. They're just regular little like metal loops. I'm pretty sure either my mom or my occupational therapist also came up with this one when I was little. Put the loops on any piece of clothing that you needed. I would put it on the zippers of like coats, because the zippers on coats are very small and hard to grip onto sometimes and pull up. So if you have a little loop that you can put on the end of the zipper, it can make zippering it so much easier for you. So those are a lot of the dressing aids and dressing adaptive equipment that I use. So now we're gonna move on to hygiene. Taking showers was also another big hurdle that I had to get over, and now I'm able to shower 100% independently. I'm going to give you some ideas and tips and tricks and adaptive equipment that might help you. So the first thing is nail clippers. Cutting your nails are so hard. I used to have this pair of adaptive nail clippers that I got from occupational therapy, and it was the best. Now mine got rusty and it broke, so I don't have those anymore, and I've been searching for ones that I can buy online, and I just haven't bought them yet. It will make your life 10 times easier, trust me. Now for showering, there's a few things I suggest. My shower is it's like halfway handicap accessible. It's accessible enough for me. So basically there's a bar in my shower to hold on to. I lean on that a lot to like reach my face or reach my hair to wash it, stuff like that. Another thing that I highly suggest is to get shelves installed. We have shelves in my shower that are like cemented into the wall. I put my stuff on there and I can lean on it and it's not going to break. I can put my stuff on it and stuff like that. It's at a height where it's pretty much close to my face and my hair. So I will put my shampoo on there. This kind of brings me to my next adaptive equipment. It's not really adaptive equipment, but it's very helpful if you have a disability. I would buy these separate pump bottles you can put your shampoo in. It is so much easier, and I will just lean over and literally use the pump bottle and just pump the shampoo onto my head. As you can see, this is a metal bar that I have in my shower. The perfect level for me. They had it like measured and stuff. This is really good for like transferring in and out of the shower too, to have extra balance to like make sure you don't fall. I'm gonna literally step in the shower so you can see. So I'll put one over and then hold this onto this. And this is really good because it just, I don't know, this just makes me feel extra safe. I mean, it does give me an extra layer of security and makes me less scared. So, and this is the shelf that I use, so I put my shampoo and stuff on here, and this is why the pump bottles are so much easier for me to use when I have shampoo. This is why the shelf comes in so handy, because I'll literally just lean over and then like put the shampoo straight on my head. So this is what I meant when my shower is halfway handicap accessible, because it's not fully handicap accessible, but it's just enough for me. If you can't reach your hair to brush your hair or reach your hair to wash it, you can find online like extended hair brushes, just anything. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is feeding. One of the biggest things that I cannot do is cut food. Cutting food is so hard because it requires both hands a lot of the time. It requires a little bit of strength. So my occupational therapist actually gave me this adaptive knife. I'm gonna have to show you, it's hard to explain. It makes cutting food with one hand 10 times easier and just way quicker. So I definitely suggest getting that. Another thing that I used to use when I was younger was scoop plates and scoop bowls. It has like a little thing on the side that makes it so when you scoop your food with one hand, your food doesn't fall off the plate. And a lot of times the scoop bowls and scoop plates have like grippy things on the bottom so that your plate or bowl doesn't slide around. If it doesn't have that, then I do suggest using the Dycem. The Dycem can help a lot with opening jars, opening cans, bottles, like anything. Another thing that I use is a bottle opener. I use bottle openers every single day to open up water bottles. When I had surgery, I could not really use my hand like at all for a few months afterwards. When I was first learning to use my hand again, I had to use these like little like foam tubes. You can cut them and make them any size you need to, and this is good for feeding or learning to hold utensils or whatever it might be, because it makes it so much easier to hold and to reach. I can't really bring cups up to my mouth to drink it because like I can't really lift my arms up. I do use straws a lot. It's not really an adaptive equipment, but like some places like don't give straws anymore. I do keep like a little reusable like metal straw in my bag, one that like folds down so it does fit in any like bag. Now I wanted to talk about like any activity of daily living, just like fun stuff. If there's things that you cannot do that you want to do, it can literally be anything, like riding a bike. Definitely look into other ways of doing it. I could never ride a bike because of my disability. So my uncle actually made me an adaptive bike when I was little. I don't have it anymore just because it like broke and doesn't work. If you have an occupational therapist, I definitely suggest going to one. They don't just help with activities of like daily living, like they can also help with like fun things. Literally, I feel like almost anything in your life, you can find a way to make it adaptable or find a way to do it. Most of the time you can find another way to do it, and I wanted to put that in here because you deserve to be able to do whatever you want to do. Anyways, I hope this video really helped you, and I can go way more in depth of how I became more independent because it's not just because of these adaptive equipments or adaptive aids that I use. It goes much further than that. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have any ideas at all or anything that you want to see, just leave them down in the comments below. Let me know if anything in this video was helpful for you, and please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. It's cringy. Making a thumbnail is so cringy. I can't. Oh my god. Whoa.